Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into history, exploring the lives of three extraordinary leaders who shaped the ancient world. These weren't just people who held positions of power, they were forces of nature who left behind legacies that still resonate thousands of years later. We're talking about individuals who commanded armies, forged empires, and navigated the complex political landscapes of their time. Their stories are full of ambition, strategy, and the sheer force of personality. We'll uncover the brilliant, the cunning, and sometimes the brutal aspects of leadership in ancient times. Get ready to explore the lives of Alexander the Great, Cleopatra, and Julius Caesar. We'll analyze their strategies, their impact on the world, and what their stories tell us about power, ambition, and the human condition. Buckle up, because we're traveling back in time. Let's start with a young man who inherited a kingdom and turned it into an empire that spanned continents. Alexander the Great. Imagine being barely old enough to drink, legally at least by today's standards, and leading your army across the Persian Empire. Alexander's ambition knew no bounds. By the time he was 30, he had conquered most of the known world. We're talking about a vast territory stretching from Greece all the way to India. Alexander didn't just conquer these lands, he absorbed them, spreading Greek culture and ideas, creating a sort of proto-globalization. He was a brilliant military strategist. Just think about the Battle of Gaugamela. Outnumbered but never outmaneuvered, Alexander routed the Persian army led by Darius III, securing his place in military history. He was a master of tactics, a king who led from the front, inspiring his troops to feats of incredible courage. But Alexander's legacy isn't just about military might. He was a student of Aristotle, a lover of knowledge, and his conquests helped spread Greek philosophy, art, and science throughout his empire. This fusion of cultures, the Hellenistic age, was a direct result of his ambition and drive. Alexander's life was short, intense, and ultimately cut tragically short. But in just a few decades, he changed the course of history, leaving an indelible mark on the world that continues to fascinate and inspire us today. Next, we journey to ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, pyramids, and a queen who knew how to wield power in a man's world. Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt, wasn't just a pretty face. She was a brilliant strategist and a shrewd political operator. Imagine being a ruler in the waning days of your kingdom, facing the encroaching might of Rome. Cleopatra didn't just survive, she thrived. She formed alliances with the most powerful men of the Roman world, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, using her intelligence, charm, and political savvy to secure her kingdom's interests. Think of Cleopatra not just as a queen, but as a CEO, a master negotiator working to protect her company, Egypt, from a hostile takeover. She understood the art of leverage, playing the Roman factions against each other to maintain her grip on power. Cleopatra was a patron of the arts and sciences, fluent in multiple languages, and a symbol of Egyptian power and allure. She wasn't just a ruler, she was an icon, a living embodiment of Egypt's rich history and culture. But her story is also a tragedy, a tale of ambition clashing with the realities of power. In the end, Rome's might proved too strong, and Cleopatra's dreams of an independent Egypt died with her. But her legend, like the pyramids that grace her homeland, continues to stand the test of time. Chapter 3. Julius Caesar, from Republic to Empire. Finally, we turn our attention to Rome, a republic on the brink of transformation, and the man who would become synonymous with power itself, Julius Caesar. Here was a man born into a turbulent era, a period of political intrigue, social unrest, and military expansion. Caesar's rise to power was anything but conventional. He wasn't born into royalty, he clawed his way to the top through political maneuvering, military brilliance, and a healthy dose of charisma. He conquered Gaul, expanding Rome's territory and filling its coffers, all the while solidifying his reputation as a military genius. Imagine the audacity of crossing the Rubicon River, a symbolic act that plunged Rome into civil war, but ultimately paved the way for Caesar's ascent. He wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo, to overturn centuries of tradition to achieve his goals. Caesar wasn't just a conqueror, he was a reformer. He implemented policies that benefited the poor, reformed the calendar, yes, the one we still use today is partially thanks to him, and laid the foundation for the Roman Empire. His assassination on the Ides of March sent shockwaves through Rome, but even in death, Caesar's legacy lived on. His adopted son, Octavian, would become Augustus, the first Roman emperor, ushering in a new era for Rome and proving that even in death, Caesar's influence remained unparalleled. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about these extraordinary leaders, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical insights. See you next time.